you're going to get literally everything that it is that you want. You're going to attract all that it is that you want because of what you've been focusing on. And what you've been focusing on is you, yourself. So it's like the betterment of you, focusing on the growth, the transformation, the evolution of you, which is why you're going to attract more reflections of your highest self, because that's what you're in alignment with. Everyone you attract, whether it's someone from the past, someone from the future, present, they're all reflections of you. It's just you. It's just you playing this game. It's just you. I have so many downloads. Like right here. This is your first time seeing me too. What's up? It's your Mo. Act like you know. This is your show. So let's go. I see let it go. Let it go of the attachment. Something about the 80s. I don't know, wrote that down. This is literally going to be what I've been hit with for the past couple of days. And if it resonates with you, take it out. It resonates, leave what doesn't. The story. Your life is literally nothing but a story that is playing out based off of your perception of self, your perspective of the world, how you're choosing to look at the situations that happen to you in your life. Focusing heavily on perceiving situations through love, rewriting the script through love and it's like, I don't want it to sound like it's because people, we understand love is the answer. Yes, love is the answer to everything, but I feel like people don't really understand the significance, the impact that reframing situations from the perspective of love, the gravity in that is unreal, and I'm living proof because I'm living through it right now. Like I'm experiencing the effects of reframing the past from a perspective of love instead of hate. Because rumination was coming up too, just like thinking of the past, but clinging on to the emotional fabric of the past. 222 as soon as I said that. When the past has nothing to do with this present moment, it's only still present and alive because, for one, you're making it alive, and two, it's a part of the story that you're continuing to tell yourself. Like, you got to understand, bro, chances are with you've been loved in every single timeline. And even in the situations that you didn't get your justice for yet, because we know that you're stepping into this retribution reality, you've already stepped into it. And that's another thing, reframing this idea of I'm shifting to I've already shifted, my life is living proof. I don't need to keep, by you saying, oh, I'm shifting, something's shifting, things are changing, you're still writing the story of it's not here yet, because you're not speaking from the present moment. You're no longer shifting. Especially if you found this video, you're no longer shifting. This is confirmation that you have shifted. Now act as though you've shifted. It's that simple. It's that simple. And I was saying something before, about love. When you change the energetic story, right, of love, when you change the energetic story, period, and move it farther away from the perspective of lack, the story of not being chosen, the story of not being worthy enough, your vibration shifts when you change that perspective to one of love. Because your perception creates reality. Now, every single person that comes into your life, interaction that you have, every single thing, this reflection, reflect on solitude recharges, but your inner world is vast and worth whatever. We're going to get into that too, because isolation is coming up heavy as well. What was I saying where I hate when this shit happens? I do. Oh, the perfect unfolding. You have to start, when you shift the energetic story to one of love, you move with love because you are love. Every situation that you've experienced, past, present, and future, is one of harmony, because it always led you to this very moment. It was always a part of the perfect unfolding, your evolution, love, evolve, love. When you really shift your vibrational frequency and feel that feeling in your chest, your reality has no choice but to change. Like it's the perfect unfolding towards your highest timeline, because everything that happens will be viewed from your perspective of love. So that's kind of like the significance for me, because whenever people, they would be like, love is the key, love, you gotta feel love. I feel like they don't touch on the impact that the frequency of love truly can like create in your reality. And this is something that I feel like a lot of especially if you found this video, like I've been getting downloads a lot on focusing on doing what you love. Focusing on doing what you love, not what you're doing, was a clear message I got the other day. Focus on doing what you love, not what you're not doing. Not what you're not doing. And I feel like something that's been coming through is like productivity, and equating your productivity to your self-worth, and even like a lot of mother wounds were coming through this week, and just like I feel like there's something with your productivity that is shifting, like your daily routines, your habits, even your self-care. Like there's just something that is shifting. I see the sudden change of events card in my head from my deck as well. Like it's just this energy of finally stepping out of that I'm shifting energy and grounding into all of the work that you've been doing for the past like 2 to 3 years specifically. This past year alone could have been a very foundational stepping stone for you in relation to effectively being consistent with your habits, building discipline in small things, in small ways. Reframing small tasks as daily wins could be significant for you as well. I kept writing down winner the other day, like just winner, kept popping into my head, winner. And another like download I got was you could be very much perceived by other people as being like the crazy one or like the woo-woo. But, and there's something coming through about like a witch wound too, like, past life, irrational past life fears of speaking up for yourself, defending yourself. A lot of people pleasing, just a lot of people pleasing is coming through. And it's like, you got to understand that a lot of you guys, a lot of us, we have lived our whole life people pleasing, shrinking, being small, saying yes to things we really mean no to. Like, we lived our whole life being uncomfortable to make other people comfortable, and it costs a lot. It cost us a lot. That's why this new journey of authenticity, of you being you and really being rooted in you, hits different for you, as it should. Because there's this other thing of coming through of like, stop trying to please other people. Like the I want to say family, but not big families. I'm like parent figures. It's like a mom and a dad, like a statue of a mom and a dad. Like, stop trying to please people who have proven that like nothing really pleases them, even in their own life. Like, take a look at some of the people in your life who are the most judgmental of you or like the most critical of you. They always are kind of living a life that they're judgmental of too. They're critical of too. Nothing is ever correct for them. Nothing is ever going their way. So it's only natural that their role in your life, their role in your life is to illuminate. It's like the duality, I think, because you're someone that is very, things are always going my way. It's the perfect unfolding. Something about like validation, stripping away, like from a subconscious level, stripping away what you deem successful. I feel like an overachiever, I just hear overachiever. I'm seeing like a report card of all A's, A+, like a check. It's something like you're just like an overachiever, but it's because you subconsciously are still trying to prove yourself to people who then they're never going to be pleased because they're not even pleased in their own life. So what makes you think that you can somehow, like, I'm just picking up on a lot of your energy, your awareness has tried to stop trying to change people who clearly don't want to be changed. That's it. And stop conforming yourself to people who are stuck in NPC mode when it comes to not being able to to change their awareness on situations or change their perspective on certain situations. I feel like and this word successful keeps popping up. Like, I feel like there are people in your life, like you have a hard time just grounding and resting. That's coming through. Like, just grounding and resting, a hard time of grounding and resting in the energy of you, because I just heard main character. But what came up for me over the weekend though, like, Issa Rae, bro. I was like, the other day, I was like, I feel like I'm Issa Rae right now, because, I've just had so many different, like, people pop back up into my life, old connections, new connections. And then it's like, I'm also planning a major event right now. And so I'm like, it's about that time to watch Insecure again, because Insecure is one of those shows that it's like a coming of age show for me, especially as like being a Black woman. I feel like I learned something new about myself, about like from a different perspective. I always watch that show from a different perspective as I get older. And I always just kind of come to different conclusions each time I watch that show. So that show's kind of like a staple for me, but that just came through right now. Really feeling like you're a dynamic character. That's what it is, a dynamic character. 1111 as soon as I said that. Like, Issa to me is a very dynamic character. Molly to me, those are two very dynamic characters, because they're both very driven women, but they're portrayed in completely different lights. And it's just so interesting, to be able to really watch the transition and the evolution of such dynamic characters. And I feel like that's that's what you are in this story, because like I said, this life that you're living out is a story that you're telling yourself. So are you a dynamic character, or are you a supporting role? Like, which one are you? Are you a supporting role in your own movie, in your own show? And that's why I always tell y'all, like, this is your show. You need to act like you know who you are. You're a dynamic character in the centerpiece of this perfect unfolding that you are now creating through the perception of love. When you tap into your femininity for a lot of this collective, your creativity, your flow, being softer, when you just practice into you, practice into pouring into you, and you heal these feminine wounds and get comfortable in your own body, in your own skin, I feel like that's when you'll be able to rewrite this story and reframe and replace all the times that you've been done wrong by a friend, done wrong by a partner. Like, you'll be able, when you really are ready to face those inner feminine wounds that have struck a chord within you, or made you shrink or play small, or downplay your own capabilities and downplay your own success. When you are ready to face those demons, because and I don't like to say demons, but it's like, when you're ready to face the dark side of you, dive right in, and don't be afraid to do that, and really be able to look at perspectives that hurt you, that shaped you, that molded you, from a real perspective of love. And this message is going to hit for some people, and then for some other people, they're going to be like, just love. But when you get to a point on your journey, you start to recognize how important it is to simply feel like you belong in the life that you're living. And for a long time, for me, I just didn't feel like, I've always felt out of place. Like, even my energy is different now. Like, I moved into this space, I told y'all, and like my whole energy is different. My whole vibe is different. I just feel comfortable when I come home. It feels like I'm in a sanctuary that I created. Like, it's just different. I feel lighter. And that was another thing, like really purging out energies at this time that feel like they're weighted on you, that feel like they're on top of you, not like immersed in you or intertwined within you. It's like really releasing this energy of attachment. And that's what I wrote down too, attachment, and asking the universe to make it light, make things light. If you're about to go break up with someone, ask the universe to make it light, keep it loving, keep it light. Really not being able to ruminate of people in the past, or even like to be able to stay in a bad mood for a long time. I feel like that's something you're mastering. You've been mastering for the past like year, is learning how to go with the flow of life, including your own emotions. Because truthfully, y'all, yeah, I've always said, like, your thoughts create your reality. But like, it's really how you feel about yourself and what it is that you're thinking in relation to your reality. Not every thought of yours is going to manifest. It's the ones backed with intention, the ones that, are rooted in detachment, because you already know that the story is written. Everything I want it's mine. When you really are able to accept every timeline, past, present, and future, from the perception of love, your perception of self changes, because it no longer makes you a victim. It makes you a visionary. It makes you someone who's wise. And another thing about this collective that I got is your ability to be self-aware and to critically think from yourself from a higher perspective, from a deeper perspective, makes you an asset. It makes you an asset, and you need to start looking at yourself like that, because a lot of people wish they had the opportunity to possess even a fraction of the depth that you have. And because you're still, like, a part of you is still kind of rooted in this need for this addiction to external validation, especially from people who've raised you. Familial, like, significance could be significant. But it's like, when the moment you realize that you are successful right now, you are loved right now, you are loved right now, you are supported right now, you have everything you need right now, you are taken care of right now. When you start to reframe the story from love, when you start to reframe yourself as the centerpiece in your own story, like you're the one that has the pen and the pencil, like you're the one that possesses the tongue to speak life into your world, that is when the world will begin to shift for you. That's not even when it's not even when you'll begin to shift. That's when you'll realize you've already shifted, because it's that quick. It happens that fast. You can only still be shifting if you're perceiving yourself to still be in a shift. If you shift your perception to one of, I'm taken care of right now, I'm loved, I've shifted, your reality has no choice but to reflect your internal belief about you, about the world around you right now, and it's all love. Focus on doing what you love, not what you're not doing. I feel like something just came up, bro. Pick whatever I feel like you're the type of person to walk by something that's on the floor mad times. Like, you'll look at it and then you'll think like, oh, I need to pick that up, but you don't pick it up. Bro, pick it up. That's why I said productivity the other day. And that's why I feel like you drain your own productivity as well, because you hoard unnecessary energy in your brain in relation to doing small tasks. And that's why I said in the beginning too, reframing small tasks as daily wins, like little wins, winner, winner, winner. That's what you need to do, because you're very, very, very intelligent and hyper intelligent and hyper aware. And you're always thinking, but you would do yourself such a major favor if you would just do the small tasks when you see that they need to be done, because you don't understand how much energy you hold on to by not closing out tabs in your physical reality. Like walking past something that's been on the ground, or walking past the dishes, to me, that's like an open tab in my brain. I can't not do that. I have to clean the dishes. I have to pick that up, because when I do, the energy of thinking about needing to complete this task, it goes away. And I can create space for me to focus on other things, to put my energy elsewhere. But you need to you need to focus on doing what you love, not what you're not doing. And the way you'll be able to focus on what you love is to do what you're thinking about not doing. That's why I wrote that down. Yeah, you're very blessed, bro. You are very blessed. Wrote that down. Going back to the crazy one, the woo-woo, this could have been something that really affected the way you view yourself and show up in this world in relation to your gifts. But it's like, if you're the crazy one, you're the woo-woo one, well, whatever you are, it's working. Whatever type of crazy you are, it's working. What do we say? Sorry, call me what you want, but you can't call me not successful. Whatever I am, it clearly is working. Call me whatever you want, because I'm winning. I'm the crazy one, I'm the woo-woo one. Oh, she weird. Well, it's winning, it's working, I'm winning, so it must be working. I don't know. That's how you need to start showing up, with all the audacity in the world. Something about reframing shame. I feel like you shame yourself a lot. Reframe shame into love. Everything into love. The numbers 333-1023-666-144-3294. Any combination of those numbers, 923, 23, and 44 could be significant. Did I say 222? Oh yeah, the fact that you're aware of, remember how I said, you think that, oh, I'm shifting, but you can feel that you are shifting. It's not that you're incorrect. It's just that you're delaying the universe from really aligning with the frequency of pure alignment, because you're still telling yourself that you're shifting, which means that you're insinuating that there's still more alignment. There's still more work that needs to be done. You're fixed right now. Nothing is wrong with you. You don't need more fixing. Decide right now that I've shifted and I'm in alignment, and your world will reflect that alignment right back to you. And because you're aware that you are in a shift, that you are shifting, that you have shifted, that makes you so much more powerful, because that means that now you have the awareness and the ability and the wisdom to not repeat the same patterns and end up in the same cycles over and over and over again. What makes you different is because you are aware that you're aware of cycles. You're aware of what a pattern looks like. You have amazing pattern recognition. A lot of people walk around this world without pattern recognition, which is why their life looks the same. It never gets better. It never changes, because they go through the same cycles. They deal with the same people. And it's because they can't even recognize that they're in a pattern, that they're in a cycle. They can't even choose to do something differently because they're too far in. That's not you. You're aware and awake. So you need to act like you know. Think from a positive perspective, always, always, positivity, always. It's just as strong. Tell a positive one, the story. Tell a positive one, because the positive story is just as powerful as the negative story that you're continuing to tell yourself on a day-to-day basis. Shift it to positivity, and it will be just as strong. Releasing wounds of people from the past, specifically who have who have altered or distorted something in relation to your femininity. Anything that affects your affects your ability to be soft, emotional, intuitive, and expressive. You need to go back into the past, reframe the situations and the people who hurt you in those ways that made you turn off your softness or tone down, whatever it is. Softness, emotional, intuitive, expressive, those characteristics of you, go back into the past, reframe those from a perspective of love, and look at those situations from a perspective of fascination, and understand oh, okay, that's why I kind of show up in this way now, or I'm afraid to act like that, or I'm afraid to do this. Okay, acknowledge it, and then dive right into that fear. Dive right into it. 2222 on the clock. But yeah, your femininity, even 222 confirmation as soon as I did that. 1111 confirmation just came out. You're that girl. Act like you know. Inner child healing. What did I say about that witch wound as well? Upright. I want to get some about love for the next, let's do the next 48 hours. Clock card. In relation to love. And I usually never be the next 48, but I don't know. It's always a new day for something, right? The mirror card came out first. Karmic relationship came out. And the I like you. Some card came out. Soulmate card came out as well. I just heard purging out. Love call. Someone expressing love, thinking about you. The butterfly. Relationship evolving. Healing the inner child. I feel like you could really just be either with this mirror card, I feel like you're in a season right now of isolation and reflection and introspection. Could have just gotten out of a relationship, thinking about breaking up with someone, letting go of a toxic relationship that wasn't serve you. It's just something coming through right now about you finally seeing yourself from a different light. You're finally seeing your reflection, your shadow. When Kanye West's mom, I think she's when you look into a mirror and see a giant, when a giant looks into the mirror and sees a giant, he just sees himself. And I feel like that's what you're finally looking at yourself from the giant perspective now. You're seeing yourself in the mirror, but you're being nah, that's me. I'm really, that card came out, I'm really that girl, I'm really that guy. And it goes deeper than the material stuff with you. Something that's very deep and intricate about you. And even with the soulmate and the karmic relationship coming out, which is really just don't let the vernacular get you. The karmic is really just to me, the karmic to me is literally this, people, relationships that are put into your life to highlight these wounds of being not enough. Because there is something about, and that's, oh my God, it's exactly what I was gonna say too, bro. Because the Paradise card and the Ascending card came out. That's why I feel like right now you're recognizing your own depth. You're recognizing how deep you love, and you're not running from that, which is why you're looking in the mirror and also purging out these energies of just triggering. You're learning the lessons because you're recognizing that you're in the cycle. Pay attention to people who are coming into your life at this time, old and new. But also, just be mindful. Like, you really could, something about, I just heard, don't block your blessing. So, and the past won't repeat itself, and allow it to play out. So definitely allow whatever is coming in to play out. Let your guard down, because it can't shatter you. Like, nothing can shatter you anymore. Even this, like, I just see a mirror shattering. Like, you can't be shattered anymore. You can't be destroyed anymore. I feel like love used to, like, heartbreak used to take over your body. Heartbreak used to take over your mind. I feel like your partners and attachments and connections in the past used to literally, like, you used to be infatuated by them. And it's only because you didn't have this grounded sense of stability and self-worth within your own self, but because you've been doing so much work, being in relationships, being isolated, like, you've learned so much about yourself, and you've purged out this need for external validation in relation to romantic love, because I feel like you're now realizing, like, wait, that validation is really just coming from the inner child in me that wants my mom or dad's validation. And so you're really learning how to heal yourself, how to give yourself what it is that you're craving, how to give yourself that own stability. And that's why the Paradise card and the Ascending card came out, because you're now feeling you're coming into the fractal of light that you've always been. You're shining so bright because you're becoming whole within this, like, soulmate energy of like partnership, of agreement, of resonance is coming into your life, only to balance things out. It's to I had this vision the other day, and it was literally a dream, but it was just a vision. And it was this wand that was split, and then it came together, and it hardened out. And I remember trying to break the wand. I was trying to break it, but it wouldn't break. So that could be significant for someone. And I know, my weekend has just been insane. Like, my weekend personally it's been interesting. But I'm just letting things happen. I'm letting it play out. I'm not trying to control the story. And I'm just giving everything to love, and I'm intending that everything is light and goes in my favor. And it's that simple, because I feel like the only thing that you need to take away from this video is the fact that you're whole right now, you're divine right now, you're perfect right now, and you're complete right now. Just heard the work has been done. I see the checkered flag, like at a checkpoint. You need to act like you know that this is your show. So let's go. Let me get one more for that overall energy. See, when the Love card came out, can't make it up. That's the only card that just flew up upright. The Paradise card came out again, and the Ascending card came out again. I'm telling you, the Seduction card came out as well. I'm telling you, bro, you're attracted to yourself, which is why life is now being attracted to you. We reversed the curse. Like we said, the curse is up. Everything that you used to chase is now chasing you. You need to act like you know. This is your show, girl. So let's go. If you want to book a Act Like You Know session with me, make sure to just fill out the survey in the description below so we can see if we're in alignment. And then we'll get on a discovery call, and then we'll get the session booked. Act Like You Know, it's time to grow and glow. It's your girl Mo. So let's go. Don't forget to vote for me for MAXIM Cover Girl. Link in the description below. I'm on a journey just like y'all. Just one vote takes 1 minute. I love you guys so much. Be safe, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next video.